everyone, and welcome back to my Twitch stream. I am your host, Zerberus, and this is our 1 hour a day City Skylines build. As you know, an hour a day keeps the building inspectors away. And we're still working, obviously, since we just started yesterday on our city. We did get our battery, so to speak, our starting tile, more or less set up to the point where we're income positive and where we can actually now start to think about what exactly we want to do with this place. I've got a few small things as far as traffic goes that I'd like to do right off the bat, like for example with these exits and with the turnstiles here. So yeah, let's just crack a beer and get to it. Cheers. Oh, that's right. Post office service is now we just unlocked that yesterday. So I think we have two tiles that we can already purchase. I think we're definitely gonna pick up this one because it's kind of obvious that we're gonna want to expand in this direction. I mean, obviously we are eventually going to expand in this direction. I mean, we do have the 81 tiles mod, and we're not going to stop until we're at least close to, I think, like a quarter of a million. Not a quarter of a million, half a million was actually my goal, because I was able to do like 350 relatively easily on my old PC, and I don't see any reason the new one shouldn't be able to prove able to do more. I do hope the audio quality is a little better. Let me take a really quick look at the Twitch client. It does appear to no longer be dropping frames. That said, I did have to drop the frame down to, what is it, 720. I had 720 before anyway, but we're getting 720 and 20 FPS, and that actually seems going quite well. I don't seem to be getting any popping a lot of frames things. I'll see when I watch it back later after the YouTube upload or during the YouTube upload whether or not the audio quality, whether we got rid of the hiccups, or whether I really need to bite the bullet and downgrade to 720 to 480p, which I really don't want to do. I would love to avoid that. So let's go in here. The first thing I want to do is just upgrade these. Wait a sec, that's a two-way. Actually want in that road here. And we're going to do the same just so that to allow industry traffic a little bit more easy access. That means the industry traffic is no longer forced to come off here and speed through here, but they can actually just come straight in through here. I think that should work better. So where's our traffic manager? Well, actually first we need to set up the roundabouts themselves with, like, well, decent laneage, let's say. Here we want 2 lanes because it's gonna split into those. That gives us separate turning off lanes for each of these. Obviously we're gonna want to since we now have 2 lanes in, we're gonna want the roundabouts themselves to be 3 lanes. And now, we can actually call this a roundabout. We actually don't even need that side necessarily. We'll probably even just get it by doing like, well, let me think. Yeah, we actually probably don't even need this connection at all. Because the Sims with a C, I might add, not playing the other guy's game. This could probably actually really just like a that would probably work just fine, and so we're actually going to leave it that way just because it's hilarious. This we're actually going to do it because there's absolutely no 3 lanes here. Somebody that gets on here might want to spin through and come off here. That will definitely still want to allow, but there's no real reason to have a 3-lane highway. highway here, unless, of course, we eventually take this and start branching off to the sides. Then we'll want to do 3 lanes, possibly 4, depending on how we set up the junctions, to allow people to go on. But right now, this highway is really still just a connection between there and there. And the roundabouts are actually going to be what's doing the actual work, so to speak. So we're going to want to go with 3 lanes here, and here, and here as well, just so traffic that can basically immediately get on the roundabout, choose which lane they really want to go into, or as they get the roundabout, they can choose the lane they want to go into. So traffic manager, obviously we want to set up our junction restrictions. Was that shift, control? Wasn't there a tooltip here somewhere? So, lane going in. You keep moving. Wasn't there? Either I'm not pushing the button, or it's just not setting it up for some mysterious reason. Usually you can really just set up, wait, add priority signs, that's what we're looking for. That you can, bam, immediately done, exactly. The restrictions should also work on it. Oh, you know what, it may be that. You know, you can enter, you can always pick your lane, obviously. On the roundabout already, it's kind of pointless to not be able to pick your lane otherwise, so that should work just fine. Actually, use a manual. Pick your lane, go through. Pick your lane, go through. Yeah, remember the crosswalks are not going to kill us. They should at least. And set the priority signs. Exactly. Yield right away. So now that should work. Well, it's kind of hilarious. These are one thing. And now we'll actually, while we're at it, we will slightly upgrade our highway on and off jump roads. Just to get single lanes off. So that's set up, and that's set up. This is the way off. Don't need to do any traffic management there as far as lanes go. Here, though, we actually do want to do a little bit of traffic management on that spot. What was it? Shift S, I think, or Control S. Yeah, Control. And that just forces them to stay in that lane. Because I think what we're going to do, we're going to expand our and then expand commercial and industrial in that direction. That should give us a nice little build. And I think we may actually just modify this a little bit long term and not even actually really change it per se. Obviously, the industry is probably going to get moved eventually. But I'm thinking that we'll probably just eventually like turn this into just like a lane road or something like that, and just have this large commercial promenade going like through here or something like that. I don't know. We'll see if we get that far. Right now, we're still working on making sure the traffic unmorks itself. That's right. We want there. That's the button we wanted. That is and then you just left click, and that just gives you dedicated turning lanes. Don't mind with the left-right straight lanes that you're obviously not going to get rid of here. You don't even have to try. You can, however, get rid of that in some of these spots, which is obviously going to cause a slightly hilarious amount of lane switching for some people. But then again, it could also reduce people's lane switching. dedicated turning lanes are, especially when you have one-way roads. It's kind of pointless to have a two-lane one-way road where everybody gets into a single lane because that's the only lane that allows them to turn. They seem to prefer that lane that allows them to turn just because it's the shorter direction, even though it's might actually wind up being slower as a result of increased traffic flows. Just you always have to remember the way the game routes traffic here is the game thinks that every car is not only running GPS, but the traffic is always perfect. And as we know, it's like never perfect anywhere. And so you have to account for that. So now that should be set up. They can get on, get off. That shouldn't be a problem. Do we have a node in there anywhere? Yes, we do. We don't want them swapping here. That'll just cause it to get me right after the roundabout. The whole reason there's two lanes here, just in the lane you want to be in and get where you want to go. We actually have it set up there. There's not a node there, so there's no second connection that might cause any grief. So yeah, basic traffic improvements have now been made. These are all, of course, two-lane roads, so obviously there's no banning of no separate lanes. It's kind of be pointless to set that up in there. So now we'll take a quick look at electricity. Still have enough. Water, we should probably consider putting in a second water pump and obviously a second treatment facility as well. Really not a fan of those on the beach. I think long term, I saw something on the Steam workshop yesterday that kind of caught my eye. Water pumping stations, so to speak. So like basically actually strong, very powerful. I think they were doing like 3 times as much as one of these water pumping stations, but with an Umbrella Corporation logo. So Umbrella Corporation from Resident Evil. So do we want the Umbrella Corporation doing our water supply? That it might sound like a good deal. I'm not too sure it's going to be so healthy though. We'll think about that offer. But right now, no, we kind of like what we have. Again, we will consider your offer. That should double our water availability and sewage treatment, so that should be done. I did completely remove the ultimate mod, so we should no longer be able to overbuild. That should now be a thing of the past, because I was just totally surprised, if you remember that. I was like, why can I don't need money, why can I build? Yeah, we'll just put that second right up next to that, and just make sure we have enough landfill space, because this might eventually become a problem already. We have a surprising amount of landfill usage for people we have. All overall, almost 4,000 people. So, anything else we need to change? Well, they're obviously not going to love living right next to the highway, but yeah, we can live with that. And you know what? We'll actually make that commercial just to solve that problem. And now we need some more residential space. That's what it was asking us for, or what it is asking us for primarily. And commercial next. So, remember that community we built in the very first try that completely tanked us and killed me? Well, let's just see if we can't do that again, just this time in a way it's not going to kill us. You know, we'll just make this like a total pound. Cul-de-sacs. Yeah, I got an idea here. you know what? I just remembered I don't actually have the cul-de-sac roads installed. Or not, it's not necessarily right here because obviously that's actually something I would usually like to have. I only want to connect. That's the way this is supposed to work. I'd like to connect that a little bit if possible. We'll just grab that node. That looks much better. Nothing against the tunnel. I'll just connect into that. I'm not really sure that actually makes all too much sense, but yeah, exactly. And then we'll use a highway off ramp then from here. Pop this up to 2 lanes quick. Not necessarily for the duration, but just long for them to work. If it really becomes tight, then we'll actually leave it as 2 lanes going through and pop this up to, oh, we need to, we have that one set up as 4, don't we? Set up, right? Yeah. 2, 3, 4, yeah. And so if they want to switch, well, like, switch lanes is the wrong word, but they could just merge and then put the nodes submerged in. And this is actually off. So exactly, we'll just grab another ramp here. Just connect that there. So then we want to upgrade slope too steep. Oh, that's anarchy's for. It's too steep. Ah, because of that little bit. Okay, we can make that a little bit better. Mod on that. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Or just, you know what? We'll actually take this node and this node and actually draw them down a little bit. Obviously, this one as well. It looks more reasonable. It's all traffic going in that direction, so it's not like it really has to climb uphill here. So electricity is that's water, that's right, and we just haven't unpaused it yet. And we'll have electricity as soon as we unpause it, but oh, we still have animals. Sorry about that. Doesn't normally make a difference for things like water. When being meant, that means it connected, right? It's just a little bit interesting.
Gaze at a gazelle. Lock eye with the lemur. Shake hands with with the turtle.
got water.
At the City Zoo, you can
Now this is
experience
all
the
just gonna be
wild in our wildest
residential.
exhibition yet.
Here, though,
Come
we
down
actually
this
want
weekend to meet our newest addition, a three-toed sloth named
really just
Barbara.
make sure it actually
She'll
works
hook you with her
properly.
smile and hook you again with her
gonna be
curved toes used to trees in the wild.
A long-term
After that,
residential
take a
area,
gander
so
at a new
it's definitely
species,
gonna last a
a new
while.
type of bird previously identified as a different type of bird due to a zoological
Yeah,
error.
we're actually
For
gonna
the
keep
whole
that on
family.
that road.
Book now and get a
because it
free handful of pellets to
does
feed the
connect
fish.
a little.
4 per family while supply. Look forward to seeing you where the
Alright,
animals
elder
live in
care
rooms
over
painted
here.
to look like home. The City Zoo.
I actually like childcare and elder care relatively, and elder care really close to each other because I just like the idea of and kids kind of taking care of each other, so to speak. It's a concept that I just really, really like. Obviously, they're going to want their own cemetery. Well, yeah, it's a bit on the nose, but right across from the hospital, right across the road from the elder. Oh, sorry, guys. We'll give them nice paths to walk on. We want to encourage walking. That's right, I actually wanted to use the bike lane roads now that I think about it. Does that connect to both? I'm not. Make it connect to both. Can we? No, we can't. So we actually have to. Ooh. Oh. That works. Not exactly the way I wanted it, but it works. Oh, are those just not snapping at all? Is that what's going on? Oh, that's still with anarchy on. That's obviously not so smart. For this. So we'll just do this. Make sure they all actually connect. There. That's what I needed to do, was deactivate mapping. Because any holes, so to speak, you can use to move it, not jump over. So this residential area is set up as far as that goes. Do we have bicycle lane roads yet? No, we do not. Seriously, we don't have roads with lanes yet? What do we have to pay? Who do we have to... 4,600. Okay, so get those at the next milestone. Okay, that's not so bad. Ah! So if I turn snapping on here, and also turn off there. No. Get turning lanes or anything like that. That's kind of pointless. So that's right, we still need emergency services. Why is that always so high? Oh, you know what? Plop fire and police literally on... Oh, we don't have the cash for police. Well, then we'll have to let some people move in here, won't we? just have to tear a few buildings out when we put in like parks and things like that. The next thing that's gonna go up, and then we're gonna do some beautification of like this area. In fact, yeah, we don't have the cash to do that quite yet. We'll wait a little bit until we get a little bit more. Oh, wait a sec. Screw that. Maybe I got a loan. Because we can totally afford it. And we can totally pay it back when we want. So, we do have landscaping now. To use it. Landscape. Ah, there. Trees. This is kind of like an island paradise type thing, isn't it? I'm surprised that there aren't already palm trees here now that I think about it. Yeah. This is what Shift D, if I remember right, to put these wherever I want, right? Yeah. Obviously that's not where we want to put them. I was just looking. Oh, we might want to put trees in front. Just additional. Maybe actually a few more of those like around the back. Oh, we just but I didn't really want to do that. Those be taken away just as fast. Redwoods don't really fit the theme. Oh, but these do. Yeah, but that doesn't work well with the boundaries. That's a little bit actually. It's a zoning factor. We can. I know what we'll do. Zone blocks right around. Put in some really nice beech trees and things like that. Because I really kind of like those. Of course, it makes those palm trees totally unnecessary. And we'll do it on this side of this path as well. Landscaping, exactly where we want to go. Just hide all of the palms with these beaches. Do I still have prop anarchy on? Obviously, there's all placed here. There's have to go two ways about that. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. Oh, and we wanted to put cops on over here on this side. Remove those. Place our little police outpost. Move our zoning here and here, and now surround those with as well. things like that, but maybe I'm just missing where it is. But it doesn't matter. That's really. Make it not quite so extreme. It's slightly in the as it looks. We're still just gonna leave it. Those beaches there. And that's the medical clinic, that's right, so we're gonna wanna put around there. Look like medical marijuana the way they're trying to hide themselves. We will actually turn this whole area. We're gonna actually remove all zoning in here. Actually gonna also make this into like our first real public park. Yeah, I think that's how exactly are we gonna do this now. Obviously we have to declare a park area first. That's park, right? No, that's erased district. That's going a little too far.
At Banhammer Bank, we want you to trust us with your money. Because it's with your money that we can make you more money. Ow. It's not funny business, it's money business. You give your money to us and it will grow with interest. That's the plan, at least. Maybe that's too complicated for you. Imagine planting a money tree in the ground and watering it. Hold on. Imagine if you had a money pet and you fed it more money, and after digesting it would... Okay,
Park to be declared.
You want to go money fishing, so you use a little money to catch a big money. You know, just come in and talk to us.
So,
we have even metaphors that allow us to avoid saying what we really do with your money. Banhammer
We don't
Bank.
want to have
Feed
like
the money monster.
make it like be hard to get into this park or anything. We just want to
hunks of metal that take you from
basically have like small.
They are also composed of industrial plastics, polymers.
Somebody wants to use the park.
We
Wonderful.
also
If
know
they don't want to use the park. Who cares?
card. It is more important than the card itself.
Parks,
And that's why it can also carry up to 300 kilograms of human
up as if I was actually looking.
The climate control device brings the air temperature to 22 degrees Celsius. It's our way of making our cars comfortable for the majority of the
We're going to want a few
species.
side gates.
It is a perfect vessel for transport from short to medium distances.
So I didn't want to use cheap parks, but well, yeah, that just happened to also be a road there, so I don't really consider that a cheat. By cheat parks, I mean like parks, the parks that some people set up really just to earn money, and that's it. Well, I can't do that because of that.
All the sounds
Well, that's
just blur
bullshit.
together under the gentle drumming of the clouds. That's what we're all about.
There's anarchy.
Deep focus. But you know, sometimes
Oh,
you can get
seriously?
lost
I
in that
cannot
kind of thing.
anarchize that?
Stay inside
Is that
and
always
hide
just going
from
to
gray
Oh, well, it
skies.
does need to be in
All of
the
you
area,
out there
I
caught in
think
the
that
rain.
was...
Remember, you'll have free growth
Basically, we have
before
one
too long.
here. There. Obviously, we're going to want an entrance here. And over here. And we need to We extend that. Use that. And install that. Do not snap these. Oh no, we actually... Oh, it's cool. It gives us more entertainment. Who cares? No, we just want to actually use the inverted mod here. Just to connect that up there. Again, there doesn't need to be anything like super massive in here. This is not designed as like, oh, this is our big mega park. This is just, it's a park. You can walk through it. Maybe we'll drop in like a gazebo or something like that, or like a chessboard. Something like actually park-like. Or what is that? Yeah, it's a plot. And we'll go back to our beech trees. And basically building I'm not worried about. They're going to get torn down by themselves. How far does that go? Up to there. Yeah, that's what I expected. That looks somewhat reasonable, I think. We still need a park path. We'll just toss some park props in. 2 or 3. Competitor on the other side. Up here. Sandbox like that. Yeah, but we're gonna want a few like here, for example. Only one. Or hedges or something like that. What I'm looking for out here. Obviously, you're gonna want a trash can. Like a jungle gym or something like that. You may have to download something like that off the Steam Workshop. The props in the Steam Workshop are really two things that go very much hand in hand, so I'm not worried about that. So we may even, yeah, that's right. That's some kitty stuff over here. Excellent. Benches. Trash can over there as well. A little playground nestled in there. That's always nice. But now I think we can let it run again. Now that we've basically oh wait, whatever I just had there, well, it was a trash can. Probably not going to hurt anybody. No, but that park should actually also give us some amount of happiness. Obviously, we're going to see what kind of other parks we also have. Probably put like a small park over here somewhere. Just a standard one. Just to make people in this area really just totally stoked to live here. Large kiddie playground over on that side. I think that should more support then. We did zone it, right? Yeah, it's all zoned, at least everything that needs to be zoned. So now it's just a question of watching them come in. We may even go so far as to displace some from over here. In fact, you know what? That's exactly what we're going to do. Because we have commercial demand. And commercial can definitely stay hanging around up here. Because if we start rebuilding the commercial area later, it's always better to have that already be some form of commercial area than to try to pick it up from scratch. Obviously now we're losing like 100 people a week, so now would probably be a good time to just stop screwing with them and take a sip of beer. So I'm going to do exactly that. But the demands seem to be nicely met. I dare say I think that we improved the traffic flow significantly by a few small changes. Even here where we've got a really busy intersection, things really seem to be for the most part just going relatively smooth. Actually, we'll take a quick look at the numbers on 84-85%. I mean, okay, obviously we've got 4,000 people, so it's hard to really get screwy traffic. Like, for example, if you remember right, this particular connection is just super overloaded. And basically eventually just going to turn into like the main drag, I think. This is probably going to be like a road that goes from like here, at least up to like here. I think that's our strip, so to speak. So that's probably going to be where we're going to have a lot of our high density commercial. It's getting a bit horky. Yeah, cleared up again already. Just because we don't actually have that much. Water is no longer an issue. Electricity, we might want to build another power plant sometime. Do we have any other options? Not really. What do we need? We get oil at the next milestone and hydro. But hydro, that's the big ass dam. More important is when do we get solar? 19. And oh, but we get solar updrafts. We get solar updraft towers at 7 already. That's cool. So we're actually green probably a lot earlier. We might expect. So are they moving in, or is everything just stagnating now? That commercial's already filled up even. So yeah, sorry guys. We need people back here, and bye. Oh, it's just so much faster and more responsive than it was on the old computers. Unbelievable. You know what? We'll actually go with commercial all the way over to here. Leave that little patch for the time being. May eventually pick up a fog removal mod. We're not really a fan of the way that dust fog looks. Oh, exactly. While we're at it, let's take a quick look at fish, because this is a pre-fishing industry. We've got our anchovies, of course, here. We've got some salmon. We've got our shellfish. And we've probably got tuna in the river somewhere. I'm gonna have to go search on that. I'm still surprised hell that tuna's in the river, because tuna is like, that's what should be out here where the shellfish are. This is somebody at what's the name at Paradox? Yeah, obviously they don't do much crawfish fishing, and they don't do much tuna fishing. So we have got the oil industry specialization, tourism specializations. Also, we have commercial specializations now. Got nice roads. Do we have the bicycle roads now? Grass median and trees. I see all sorts of things, but not really anything with planes. Okay. Jet ski rental, fishing tours, arena. Some of the disaster relief stuff. Oh, probably put a community pool back there. That would be a nice thing, nice addition. Here in Holly City Park. But where? Oh, I already found it. That's where the community pool's gonna go. Why can we not build a Scotland gymnasium? Or Scotland gymnasium? Not enough money. 97,000. How can we not? Oh, that costs 120,000. Okay, that's it. That explains that. Medical helicopter depot we don't need yet, though. That said, this does cost 2,400 a week, so I think we'll probably forgo that for the time being. I just think the community pool just kind of fits well into the overall theme of this area. Just having that back there somewhere as well.
Movie. There's nothing like watching a movie to take you to
Frame
another
that
place
with
or time.
beaches as
And
well,
there's
though.
no better place to watch than Drone Cinema. And no better time than the time it takes you to get from where you are to where we are. You'll break box office records of fun as you take a trip to Tinseltown Movie USA. Action right on the set. Our three feature noise-absorbing fabric. Guaranteeing the only thing you hear is the movie. That hot shuttle drone is normal. The sound your ears hear when there's nothing for your ears to hear here. So come on down and enjoy the movies wherever you stop.
Yeah, no, it just looks like an extension, basically. Of that. So this is all working just fine. I'm very happy about. This residential area is just causing absolutely zero grief. There's actually a lot more traffic coming through this tunnel than I would have initially expected, but not necessarily in a bad way. Exactly, let's turn tree anarchy back off. Yeah, we didn't do much, but we did streamline traffic flow a little bit. Just make sure we don't get too much congestion here in this area before we tear it out, or severely modify it. We moved some of our population over to here. Still growing. Issue. We actually need more commercial space, so yeah, sorry dudes, you guys are all gonna have to leave. No, zoning, that was correct. Oh, sorry about that. This should fill up more or less instantly. Yeah, just click, 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 click. It's already there. But without displacing too many families. And now we actually have very low demand for just everything, but we're making $6,000 a week. People are probably going to end up moving in up here relatively soon. We may actually still remove, like, well, I mean, long term, all of this is going to be commercial anyway, so. Demands are really just totally equalized out right now. 6,500 a week, almost 5,000 people. What's our next milestone? Or can we actually afford? We can. How many? We have total 1, 2. We still only have 2 tiles. No. Wait a second. 1, 2. We'll get our 3rd child in at the next level. How many do we need anyway for a metropolis? 6,000. That's actually really low. So we're definitely going to hit this level obviously not today or tomorrow. That's just expecting a little bit too much. 80 megawatts a week as opposed to, what does that cost? 40 megawatts. No, 120 as opposed to 40. So yeah, just for the time being, drop one final oil plant over in here. Please pollute me corner. Because one solar updraft tower will all three of these is like nothing. But we need 7,000 people to get there. And that's just not a milestone that we're going to wind up reaching today. We do already have some building upgrading. Got a little see down here, but they solved that. And now we're actually commercial demand again. I'm thinking we may actually long-term even leave this as residential as well. But then we'll definitely go in and upgrade it or redo it to a certain extent. Just modify a few things. Overall, I think we're doing reasonably well. Got $128,000. You know what? Since we have $128,000, let's just get rid of these loans. Taxes, fine. Budget, yeah, just leave everything at 50%. Not really in any position where we need to worry about what kind of about money, about saving money for service A or service B. I do think it's kind of hilarious that that sports hall and gymnasium is so expensive, though. Surprised me a little bit. Healthcare, exactly. Oh, we now have the fire stations, which are, of course, much more powerful than the fire whatchamacallits. We have the police headquarters. So long term. Do we still not have cheese? Seriously? Oh, that's right. I completely forgot to give them, like, kindergarten and high school. So, more things that we might want to put in here somewhere. Probably even 2 kindergartens. In fact, we'll put this one right next to the playground. Oh, the park just upgraded. That's cool. Exactly. Put the kindergarten right here next to the large playground. And they need a high school as well, though. So we'll just plop that right here. Yeah, we'll put that right here in the middle. We have 7 fires going on? Seriously? Where are those fires going on? All over here. Is the fire department just overloaded? Or what's going on? 10 fires. 11 fires. Is like the whole city just burning down for some reason? Do we not have fire coverage? We have fire coverage, and it's actually not even that bad. But for some reason, everybody else is burning down. It may have just been like a freak accident, though, because we're already down 6 again. Yeah, the fires in the industrial area are out. So I get a feeling that was just some unlucky fire spread. Yeah, because now everything's back to normal. It's like, why is... Seriously? We finished putting all of this out, didn't we? It's all kind of hilarious. All of this was already burning like 2 minutes ago, and we just got finished putting all of that out, and now it's still burning again. And just notice we actually need a fire for this guy. Park gate here. Park. Park gate. that's right. We need to get to this park again. We'll have to find that small park gate again. We don't want a main gate, we want a side gate. And now, of course, we need to go to the city. That's kind of the plan. Thank you anyway. Yeah, now that works. Actually turn snapping back on. Oh, Holly City Park. What's a story here? Entertainment until next level. 286 out of 420. We're still going to obviously take money for people going in. That's just kind of a no-brainer. The question is, do we really want to add any sort of... Oh my god, did all of our beach trees just burn down? Seriously? You bastards. Yeah. I think that may have actually been the whole cause. It was just that huge number of beach trees. We'll see if they grow back, and if they do, how many of them grow back. Yeah, I didn't notice that it just... Yeah, torched all of our beach trees, leaving us with a wonderfully open setup again. Oh my god, it even torched the trees in the cemetery. So yeah, kids, don't play with matchsticks. Even if they still look like trees. Why is my phone locked? Screw you two. All I want to do is look at the Twitch. Make sure there's nothing missed or anything. Doesn't look like it. So, what time is it anyway? Oh, it's actually... I think we're actually over an hour already. So, with the exception of oops, a small fire, things actually went up pretty well. We improved our traffic. We set up a new community that actually has a chance to stick around for a little bit longer. We'd already told some of the people that live here to go buzz off because we need shops. I mean, we are America. We have to consume. Not in America, but consume. Buy me. Yeah, that's the point of this area. So, and I wonder how many thousand apartments this one's going to take with it. None. Okay. So the trees may actually have been a major culprit behind the fire up here. We'll keep an eye on it. And right now, again, it's basically Fallout 76 mastered, so no real problem there. Even these don't look too happy anymore. Yeah. We once had leaves. This hurts. What I can do. See if there aren't any more of those spaces that are just way too many. I think those are actually facts. We'll think about that tomorrow. Whether or not we want to torch the trees on purpose. Because that's always an option. We could just light off the fire on purpose, and then we'll know where we have too many and not enough. But I mean, this actually looks pretty sane. I mean, the question is really, how does it look in here? That's where I'm concerned. I'm actually surprised if the trees were causing this spread like crazy. Why are these still standing? Because this is like basically the powder keg. I think if these are really as close as I'm expecting. But okay, we'll take a look at that tomorrow, or not, depending on whether or not it decides to go up in smoke again. But you know what we will do, just because we can, we will add in actually give them their own little road back in the middle area somewhere. Where do we want to put this? Oh, that's tool up. There is still quite a bit of traffic coming over here. We may have to upgrade this to like a 4-lane road eventually. But for the time... Oh, that's right, because I'm also carrying all the traffic up there, so it might actually be prudent to add a second tunnel over here somewhere. You know what, we'll actually do that right now. And this is where it all goes down. Even with our crew, there's just no way we can actually get a tunnel coming off it reasonably. This way, that actually. This kind of nice. Still looks like crap. Just go here and solve it the way something like this should be. Yeah. Now that's... Oh yeah. And look at how much traffic it just immediately takes. So that was probably a bad idea. We'll know for tomorrow. Watch that just completely overpower disconnection now instead. I think it'll probably wind up petering out at about 50-50. What does it look like? Yeah, this one's still all very heavily used. But it did lighten it up overall. So, probably not the worst idea I've ever had. But yeah, now we're getting these here. This is a one-way street, so we don't need two-way turning lanes. Probably just the way this comes up, obviously. Yeah, long-term this is still an issue, but for right now, okay. The big problem right now is that all commercial is over here, so everybody that wants to come in from here, with the exception of somebody who might live like right here somewhere, is probably going to be using one of these tunnels to come over to the commercial area. So that's an issue we're going to have to look at. But again, not today anyway. No, today we've already spent, I think we're actually over our hour by actually not even a significant amount. So no, it's time for cinematic cameras and the good old summary, or whatever you want to call it. Drink a sip of beer is more like it. That fire issue was hilarious. I did not expect that. So yeah, thank you for being here for another hour of the 1 hour a day build. Remember, 1 hour a day keeps your building inspectors away. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. If you have, like, subscribe, follow if you're on Twitch. And if you have an idea for the name of the game, because yeah, this is still looking for a name. Should I always name him again? Yeah, I don't know if he's back, so it doesn't look too bad. So that's almost worth a screenshot. is. So, again, yeah, if you like what you saw, like, follow, subscribe. Leave something in the comments if you have an idea for a name or for what to build next. And I'll see you all tomorrow. I've been Herb, you've been great, and cheers.